Shoppers in shock after a suspected shoplifter stabs themselves to death. Really close to the Chapatulas Walmart.
That's right, the chaotic moments unfolded as officers approached the van near Chapatulas and Jackson.
Yeah, WDSC reporter Shawanda Jones joins us from the crime scene with more details on how this unfolded. Shawanda?
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, this is an incident that left a lot of people in this community shocked. I'm going to step out of the way so our viewers can take a look at what I see. Now, this is the area where NOPD confronted that suspect after a short foot chase. What happened after that confrontation left one man dead, and it all started around 10:45 Thursday morning when police say they were flagged down outside the Chapatula Walmart for a shoplifting call. They then found a man matching the description of the shoplifting suspect. Police say that man was armed with 2 knives and say he took off running. Now, the chase ended a block away near Chapatula and Jackson Avenue. That's when police say the man stabbed himself in the neck several times. Officers say they deployed tasers to try to stop the man from harming himself even further, but their attempt was unsuccessful. He later died at the hospital.
This
and
is
the
terrible,
incident is
man.
classified as a suicide, but due to the nature of the case, NOPD is investigating this incident as a death in custody. People who live in the area say they're disturbed.
I feel like they could have rented the situation based on if they already seen him with a knife, they could have just tased him and prevented that situation from happening.
They get mad anytime the cops.
And police say they rendered aid on scene at the spot where it happened, and then called ambulance, and he was taken to the hospital, but again he later died, and NOPD was on scene and monitoring this investigation. The coroner has not released the suspect's name just yet. Reporting live in New Orleans, I'm Shawanda Jones, WDSU News.
All right, Shawanda.
Oh, shit.
So I want you. Let's picture this for a minute. Dude shoplifting.
All right.
I don't know what he's shoplifting. I think Eddie brought this up a while back. He said, well, maybe he stole the 2 knives. I don't know. So they get a call.
I'm trying not to laugh.
It's a good point.
So imagine the police officer responding to the scene, right?
Right.
Hey, man. And my man pulls out 2 knives. He got 1 in each hand.
Well, he already was running out the store.
He was running out the store, but I'm saying, picture a man with 2 knives, and you the cops. You know, you got, because he's at the point he's got knives. I'm sure they got the pistols drawn on him, right? Get down, get down. And then he just starts multiple times in his own neck.
Is that how he did it?
Yeah.
I think they said 13 times.
13 times in his own neck.
He was gigging himself quickly.
And they tased him while he was jigging himself.
So
And then it was just a misdemeanor.
It was a misdemeanor.
Well, why did he kill himself?
Cause they want to go to jail, man. Like
if you about stabbing yourself, you good in jail.
Shit.
I mean,
You stab a motherfucker for.
I don't know, man.
What you think made him stab himself?
This dude was seriously, chaotically disturbed, demonically possessed. I don't know. Because I don't know what makes a person stab themselves 13 times, multiple times, whatever, in your own neck.
He must have been possessed.
You know what I mean? And then, but what about the cops? So now here's my thing when people start complaining, well, maybe the cops should have tased him.
That's where I draw a line at.
Well, I mean, they did tase him, but he was already stabbing himself in the neck.
He was already stabbing. How do you predict that as a cop?
You don't. You can't. Trust me.
I'm going to sit here and say, I'm going to put myself in a cop's shoes. So I'm sitting there.
My dad was a cop. You can't. You can't.
Predict it.
You have to assume he's going to harm himself or someone else. And he fucking... I mean, you can't stop that. Pop, pop, pop. I can fucking kill myself right here. You would never be able to stop me. So people.
How quick was it, Eric?
So fucking dead.
Shit,
bro.
you got 13.
So
I got about 4.
That had to take him a good.
Do y'all think when the tasers hit him, it shocked him enough and he kept stabbing himself?
That's what I was wondering.
Flailing?
I was wondering.
I mean, he was.
So like he had like 6 more stabs.
He was probably like,
So some fucked up way. That's what's gonna be in a court. He's gonna sue the fucking NOPD. It's coming.
Who's gonna sue?
I don't know. The guy's family or some shit.
Y'all want
If
to
they
see a
wouldn't have
dead body?
tased him, he wouldn't have stabbed himself so many times.
They should sue the knife company.
I mean, nowadays all that stuff. I mean, it might have been chef knives.
NOP didn't kill him. He killed himself with them knives.
Well,
I mean, I could be a lawyer, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, well, so do you sue the taser company?
Well, people are probably going to sue NOPD.
Taser wasn't
no matter what.
There you go. See,
unless I come out there and tell them
company.
how, like, tell them what I just said earlier about, like,
let's
put yourself in them cop's shoes. If he's like, hey, put the knife down, like, just don't hurt yourself, because he's probably like, he might have not even said nothing. He might have been step the fuck back, or I'm gonna stab myself.
I'm gonna go back. Let's listen to my man. Let's listen to
go,
my man.
Let's go back to Kareem Thomas.
Let's see what Kareem got to say, bro. This is Kareem.
I feel like they could have prevented this situation based on if they already seen him with a knife, they could have just tased him and prevented that situation from even happening.
So,
go back to accountability.
But you don't know how they ran on foot. You don't know what happened. You don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
he just generalized the situation.
Correct, and everybody agrees that with it, and it's bullshit. It's like, bro, you weren't there. You don't know how to. You don't know how they ended up. You don't know if they were faithful. Like, you don't know.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure the cops
It's easy to say that. It's like, hey, Drew Brees should have threw a fucking touchdown. But I'm not down there. I'm watching it through the TV, even if I was at the dome.
You know after the
It's
fact.
the same. It's like, bro.
The Monday morning quarterback type thing, yeah. And we can do this with every single police case. And most of the times, we don't know
unless
what we're
you
talking
caught it
about,
on fucking camera.
And I'm sure they caught it on camera, and I'm sure they don't have. This dude killed himself. Okay.
Yeah, dude,
at the end of the day, this isn't the cops' fault. You know what I mean?
No.
He
was going to kill himself. That's what it looks like.
Yep, exactly. So,
because I mean, if I'm breaking into Walmart, I'm not stealing no fucking knives. Okay, I'm stealing some fucking food,
some clothes,
something.
Yeah, something that you can.
Two fucking knives. I mean, come on, bro.
Stole.
It sounds like he stole two fucking knives
to me. That's what I think. I think he took 2 knives.
Literally sounds like he just took the open and shut case, Johnson, or possession.
Them bitches still had the price tag.
That's what I'm saying, dog. He probably said, "Can I see these two?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
Yep.
We got a runner. We got a runner.
They got a hunting section too, a knife section.
That man was going back to the house to try to cook himself a meal, man.
He might have been. Yeah, he might have been.
He was trying to cuss a little from
not two. You don't need 2 knives to cut.
Worst case scenario, he might have wanted to use them on somebody else. And you know, maybe this was the best case. Somebody probably got saved. I don't know. This still sounds. Have you been walking the streets? They got some crazy.
Let's
people.
ask your boy what he thinks.
Oh, we already know what he thinks. They think they should have tased him.
Yeah, it's like,
but here's the thing.
It's always the cops' fault.
But when the cops do tase him, what do people say? Why they tase him? Shouldn't have tased. So if they do, if they don't, you know the saying. No matter what you do, you're wrong. No matter what. Yeah. So you got to do what you think's right as a police officer. I'm not a police officer. I respect police officers 100%.
Yeah. I couldn't do that job, man. It's just like it's a thankless job.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many. They made policing very reactive than proactive.
Right. Yeah.
You know, especially after what was that? What they called? I forgot what law they passed in New Orleans after Katrina. Like they basically took all their teeth away. Mm-hmm. And so and talking to former police officers and everything like that, dude, they can get sued for every little thing.
Yeah.
Like they have no protection anymore. So they got.
So who would even want to do that then? That's what I'm saying. No wonder why they can't get recruits.
Well, yeah. Well, basically what they do is just let criminals shoot each other, kill each other, and they go pick up the bodies later. I mean, they're not even going to try to prevent it.
It sounds brutal.
It sounds brutal.
But for the police department, it sounds like if you look at it in their perspective, it's like they're going to do it anyway, and they're going to sue us anyway.
Yep.
And so how do we protect our own liabilities?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what's crazy is that they'll have I think a lot of body camera videos are great. I can watch body camera videos all day. It's like the craziest
Y'all ever watch
thing.
Sergeant Frank on Fridays?
Nah.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
But some of these body camera videos, man, these people are unruly, man.
Yeah.
They're unruly.
They're off the hook.
They're off the hook. It's like, God. And then it's a cop's fault, and they're trying to be like, "Hey, please don't do this."
Yeah, and the cops are using please, let me help you,
all this other stuff. And then next thing they go off, and the cops
are foaming at the mouth at the cops,
manhandle them, and next thing it's the cop's fault. It's never the person's fault. I'm like,
and then they'll start blaming. And then a lot of them that I've watched lately. Me and my wife watch a lot of those videos, and that we watch a lot lately. They say stuff like, "I hope your firstborn dies."
Yeah.
What? I mean, you're just getting a ticket for speeding, and you hope my firstborn dies?
Damn.
Can you imagine how cruel that is?
Some wild shit, bro.
It's some wild stuff,
dude.
man.
We only see a glimpse of it. I mean, there's millions of I forget some crazy number interactions with police and citizens. It's a crazy high number.
Yeah.
And you hear we see couple of crazy stories. There's some crazy shit that goes on the cops deal with every day.
Oh yeah, bro.
And like nothing happens. Like, and all they always show like that one bad thing. There's something like, you know, some incident occurs. It's bad optics.
Cops get some really crazy calls.
Yeah,
They say domestic domestic dispute calls are the most dangerous. That's what I usually hear from cops.
Look, I tell you what, I could pretty much agree. I learned a hard lesson a long time ago. I was on Bourbon Street. This is years ago. I was probably like, I don't know, like 18, 19, somewhere around there. And they had a guy put his hands on his wife, and we stepped in. And next thing you know, like, his hands on me, and I'm on top of him kicking his ass. And next thing you know, I got the wife kicking me in the head. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this dude just beat your ass in front of everybody.
Domestic issue, yeah.
Like, I'm hitting this guy, and she's kicking me in the face. Get off my husband. I'm like, the hell?
It makes you wonder, like, sometimes is stepping in even worth it?
That's right. So, like,
he was quick with that. He ain't involving himself in.
I learned a lesson at a very young age, so I can imagine what cops are going through with like a domestic situation. We used to like that used to happen pretty often across the street from me. This guy and his wife, they were at each other's throats every other week, and the cops would get called over there pretty often. And I'll never forget, like, you would see the cops over there, and I look at the paper and he said mugshot, and I'll never forget. I said, man, he's with a psychopath. And this guy used to always tell me, like, the cops would even come over there and tell him, like, dude, you need to leave her. Like, this is not going to end well, because she would call the cops on him. So I think the last time they had any kind of dispute before they left, she ended up in jail. Man, you should have saw that mugshot. She, like, stone cold had a smirk on her face
she thought it was
in
funny.
jail. She thought it was funny. I was coming home from work. I was running late, so I stayed over at work, and I got there first thing in the morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I'm getting off night shift, and they're arguing, and I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with this. I go in the house, and I heard ungodly punch, and she punched him so hard. I'm like, and he didn't do nothing. I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going inside. I didn't see this. And then that's when she was in jail. It was domestic violence. She went to jail for domestic violence.
And sometimes
those cops would keep telling, every time they come over there, they used to tell that dude, bro, you need to leave her.
Like, and imagine the cops are telling that dude to leave her. So it's like there's no reason for you even to involve yourself in that madness.
That's crazy. Domestic violence situations, that was dangerous, man.
They're dangerous. That's what cops say. But that's what we got for y'all, man. But thanks again for watching the Pen and The Shank. Eric's ADHD. And we got more stuff coming as we plan on making more and more content. Give us a like and subscribe. Thanks.
That was pretty good, fellas.